Hi, Shelly. Hey, Deborah Marie. Is it better now? Is it better, Robert? Monty, is it better? Anybody? Mike Johnson, is it better? Is it better? Is it better? I'm back. Somebody tell me, is it better? Is it better now? Anybody? Okay, it's better. All right. I'll give a few minutes. Yes, is it better? It's better. Okay. Good. I know I was having a great time. But I'll have a great time again. Right. Are we better, everybody? Hey, Trace. Is it better for everybody? D, is it better for you? Kimmy, is it better for you? Hey, Kathy Dooley, what's going on, girl? The sign upon the door saying don't disturb this groove. All I want to be with you, and the way it's said that I'm so into you. I still really, really love you. Love is stronger. Hey Jenny, what's up, girl? I still really, really love you. Love is stronger. It's better, okay. I still really, really love you. Love is stronger. Stronger. I still really, really love you. Don't disturb this groove. All I want is to be with you, and a way to tell you that I'm so into you. You, right, Cat? I'm so into you. I'm so into you. Yes. So, thanks. All right, so we were all having this discussion about the crazy people and the whole sheep thing, right? Okay, so I got one more story to tell y'all. So, years ago, okay, so let me start this. So today, hi Yvette. So today, hey Bridget. So, they're supposed to deliver my stovetop today, right? Because, you know, yeah. So they were like, it'll be there between 11:30 and 4:30. Yeah. So it's 5:34, right? Hey, Linda. So, hi, Marvin. The last time that we had the stovetop replaced, I'm cracking up right now because, so, you know, my mother would always pick a fight with me before I would leave. And, you know, my dad had explained that that's called separation anxiety. So in my head, I knew this, right? And I was, you know, after a while, I learned not to feed into it. And, you know, she would pick a fight with me and I'd be like, okay, well, I know what this is. So I can't wait for Friday. Anyway, they're supposed to deliver my stove today, so they're not here. But I was thinking about my mother and my dad, the last time we had stove. So we had waited all day because they were supposed to deliver it at 11:30. And at 5:30, it wasn't here. And so my dad and I were hungry, and I was like, okay, well, I'm going to cook dinner. So, I start cooking dinner. The guy arrives around, I don't know, 5:45, 5:50. And my mother's like, clean that stove off because he's here and he's going to need to get, and I was like, Mom, we've been waiting for him since 11:30. He's going to wait 15 minutes until I finish dinner for my father and I. And she says, well, it looks like you could afford to skip a meal. Yeah. So here's my dad. He picks up his plate and runs downstairs. And then, y'all remember that scene in A Christmas Story where Ralphie's like, a stream of things that I was aware of came out of my mouth. I was a little ashamed as I got my plate together and slunk downstairs to sit next to my father on the couch. And my father, without missing a single beat in his eating, is like, baby, you know that your mother will drive you to that shit. And that is a direct quote. So I am now waiting for the stove. So in case the stove arrives, and I hear my mother laughing right now because, anyway. So if it arrives in the next, 20 minutes, we will all have a very good laugh about that. Yes. Oh yeah, she totally knew. It's one of those mother-daughter things where you're just kind of like, oh my God, did you really just say that to me? And then there was, okay, I'm telling all my parents' business, but they were really quite hilarious, and they really did love each other, and they were happy for 50 years. So I go out in the garage with my dad one time, and he's like, and I'm like, Daddy, what's wrong? He goes, sometimes I just want to leave your mother. I was like, I just don't want her to be a single parent. Daddy, I'm 40. We're 35. We're good. Maybe we'll even come live with you part of the time. I was like, where are you going to go? Homie, where are you going to go? Like, my father was one of the most patient, kind men that I've ever known. I think that's probably why my standards are so high, because I'm like, that guy, sainthood, like seriously. Yeah. For those of you who know, my parents they were hilarious. I mean, it was never a dull moment in here. Like, it was the sweetest thing, though. And it's funny, like, I didn't tell my mother that until after my dad passed. And, my mom and I had a chance to really get to know each other during that period. And she was like, your father said that? I can't believe he would say something like that. I mean, he's so nice. I was like, yeah, he is so nice and so patient. And then, after we lost him, yes, Patsy Moore, we were. Yes, Southern people, yes. And like the year after he passed, my mother was like, I really miss him. And he was such a patient man. I didn't know how difficult I was. I was like, really, Mother? You didn't know? You're not difficult. That part. Mm-hmm. And then, we're out to lunch together, and she's eating her dessert first, because why would anybody eat lunch when you can have desserts? And she says, I hope your father doesn't call himself up there having a girlfriend. And I was like, in heaven? Because surely that's where he is. And she's like, well, you know, V. Miller just passed away a couple of weekends ago. And I'm sure that, and I'm like, Mother, it's fine. I'm sure he's waiting for you. So, and I think I've told you all about V. Miller before. So V. Miller was this girl that they went to college with. And V. Miller was the best. Like, she was the best of the best. Because, listen, V. Miller was like, I know his face and everything, and I know we're in Mississippi, right? And I know that, yeah. V. Miller was living life like it's golden. She was having a great time. As you should, right? Like, she was having a great time. But just the fact that my mother was still thinking about V. Miller 50 plus years in. Yes. Good times. Yes, because listen, my mother would always have dessert first, and maybe only because she was like, listen, it's all about the dessert part. All of it. Yeah, exactly, Dee. Yeah, she's taking care of everything. And I was thinking about her today. I was like, you know what? She's thinking about that stove right now and laughing because it's funny. And it was funny at the time, but you know. So, and, you know, the dessert eater that she is, like, you know, after my dad passed, after she passed, like, right? I was having a real stressful day. And I went in the dining room. And for some reason, I opened this, you know, beautiful silver thing. And in it, there was a whole thing of Reese's peanut butter cups. And I was like, okay, lady, you left me stuff. I like it. You know, and every once in a while, I find stuff like that around the house where she's, you know, squirreled it away. I found a card that she had bought for me. It was really, really beautiful. And, you know, talking about my daughter's my favorite person, I was like, wow. So, hey, Linda, what's up, girl? So, you know, it's a very, I don't know, mothers and daughters, it can be very, very interesting. But yes, Mike Johnson for sure. So, yeah, you know, I did say thank you, Mom. I say thank you all the time. Because now I understand so many things that I didn't understand about being a human being. Or, you know, people always say, oh, you won't understand till you have children. I was like, great, never having those, so I'm so good. And now here we are. And, you know, I hear things come out of my mouth where I'm like, oh my God, I've become both of my parents. Yes. And I also say, you know, it's good. I now know what to do and what not to do. And yeah, exactly. You know what, Terry, it's so funny. Like, you know, I think in the years after my dad passed, like we had 6 years to iron out everything and get that together and, you know, figure it all out and, you know, grow up together and have, you know, 6 years of a really wonderful relationship that happened where we weren't mother-daughter, where we were, you know, friends, sisters, still mother and daughter, but very much the changing of the guard, you know, and when she had her thing and I was caretaking and thinking, okay, well, you know, I'll move back out and we'll do this and I'll take care of her and I'll live out here, you know. It was a really beautiful time to be with her until she passed, you know. Yeah, definitely, Arva. You know, and sometimes, you know, I think we are a product of our parents, whatever they are. You know, whatever suffering they've been through, whatever joy they've been through, however they were parented. You know, we are those people that maybe teach them the lesson and help them to get to that next thing, whatever that is. Because children will teach you something, you know. Frankie taught me that I can't hide candy in the dish underneath it because she smells it. Right. She didn't even mess with the stuff on the top. Right. Isn't it rich? Are we up here for sure? Me here at last on the ground, you in there. But where are the clowns? There ought to be clowns. Well, maybe next year. That's a good one. I haven't. Ooh, wow. So I wanted to share this one with you. You know, I'm a huge Seal fan. I like anybody who writes lyrics. It's so true. Like, you know, parenting does not come with a manual. And any parent is doing the best that they can at any particular time. This is what I have learned. Hey, Lee, how are you, darling? So, you know, it's like, yes. Did someone say Miss Robinson? Well, here's to you, Mrs. Robinson. Jesus loves you more than you will know. Whoa, cuckoo at you, Mrs. Robinson. Heaven's there for those who pray. Hey, that part. All right, but anyway, so. You and Danny Simmons, Terry Conley. I watch you comb your hair in different light. Change the chair and seem to think it's alright. I understand you need a change. When you make that change, don't look to see I'm alright. Oh my goodness. Now that I look at you in different light, change the chair and seem to think it's alright. I understand you need a change. When you make that change, the world will elevate you. And if I told you then that I could cry, would you take my tears and watch the sunrise? A man afraid has no shame. So when you take those tears, don't look to see I'm alright. When you take those tears, don't look to see I'm alright. How can I tell you? How can I explain? I want your love. I need a change. Ba-da-ba-da-da, ba-da-ba-da. Ba-da-ba-da-da, ba-da-ba-da. Suddenly you and I will wait in your dreams. Suddenly you and I will wait in your dreams. Tonight, I'll wait for you in my dreams. Oh, 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 you and I will meet So that is called Violet, and it is on Steel's first album. It's like the very last song. And it was not one of the hits, but it is definitely one of my favorites. A stick stone, it's the end of the road. The rest of the stump, it's a little alone. It's a sliver of glass, it is life, it's the sun. It is night, it is death, it's a trap, it's a gun. The old one, it blooms, the fox in the brush, the nod of the wood, the song of the thrush. A fall, a scratch, a lump. It is nothing at all. It's the wind blowing free. It's the end of the slope. It's a beam, it's a board, it's a hunch, it's a hope. And the riverbank talks of the waters and barge. It's the end of all strain. It's the joy in your heart. The foot, the ground, the flesh and the bone. The beat of the road, a slingshot stone. A fish, a flash, a silver. A drop, it's the end of the tale. The truckload of bricks in the soft morning light. The shot of the gun in the dead of the night. A mile, a must, a thrust, a bump. It's a girl, it's a rhyme, it's a cold, it's the mumps. The plan of the house, the body in bed, and the cart that got stuck in the mud. It's the mud, afloat, adrift, a flight, a wing, a hawk, a quail. The promise of spring and the riverbank talks. The waters are march. It's the end of all strain. It's the joy in your heart. Me too. Piedra e fin de comino, e resta de tocca, suazo posigno. Okay, wait, let's try that again. E pau e piedra e fin de camino, e resta de tocca, poco suazinho. Snake, a stick, it's John, it's Joe. It's a cut on your hand, a point on your toe. A point, a grain, a fee, a bite, a brink, a buzzard. A sudden stroke of night, a pin, a needle, a stick, a pain. A snail, a riddle, a wasp, a sting. A pass in the mountains, a horse and a mule. In the distance, three shells roll, their shadows will blue. And the riverbank talks. Talks of the waters of Mars. And the riverbank talks of the waters of Mars. Okay, so you know what? I learned this song by making a bet with my classes in Jersey that I could learn it with them. So I talked to all of my classes, and I decided to give whoever won a pizza party. So I did it over and over and over and over and over again in every class, 15 times a day. And that's how I learned all the words, and I hope that those children in Jersey City still perhaps sing that song sometimes, because we learned it together. Thank God for those children in Jersey. Or I'd never have learned the song, and that solo in the middle is the hardest thing to hear and play, because it doesn't make any sense. And yet it's so very beautiful, as Chopin always is. You can learn the song. Now I'm trying to learn it in Portuguese. I don't speak Portuguese, but I will by the end of this song, right? And the riverbank talks. And the riverbank talks of the water. Doc. On the riverbank talks of the waters of March. And I owe you a call. On the riverbank talks of the water. It's the joy in your heart. It's the joy. And the riverbank talks of the water. All right, I got one song for y'all, right? I can't leave the stove out here, which I don't know. Hopefully you'll show up. Yes. All right, let's see what we got. Okay, so I'm just gonna do the song because it makes me happy, and I think it makes y'all happy too. So, you know. They're amazingly beautiful, and they're amazingly beautiful in Portuguese, but, you know, I want to have them together before I'm just giving a little bit of Portuguese every time, so. Put on my blue suede shoes and I boarded the plane. Touchdown in the land of the Delta Blues in the middle of the pouring rain. Now, WC Handy, won't you look down over me? I've got a first class ticket, but I'm as blue as a girl can be. And I was walking in Memphis, walking with my feet 10 feet off a bill. Walking in Memphis, but do I really feel the way I feel? Saw the ghost of Elvis on Union Avenue. Followed him up to the gates of Graceland, and I watched him walk right through. Now security, they didn't see him. They just trod around his tomb. But there's a pretty little thing waiting for the king down at the jungle room. And I've been walking in Memphis, walking with my feet 10 feet off a bill. They've got music in the air. Reverend Green is glad to see you. When you have gotta pray. Yeah, prayer in Memphis. Now, Muriel plays piano every Friday at Hollywood, and they brought me down to see her, and they asked me if I would play a little number, and I did with all my might. She said, "Tell me, are you a Christian?" I said, "Ma'am, I am tonight. I'm walking in Memphis." All right, I love y'all. Shine your light out into the world, into those dark, dark corners. The ones outside, the ones inside. Be the light, travel light, walk in the light, carry the light with you, swing your lightsaber. Whatever you gotta do, shine that light. Because you know what? The light is coming. Oh, rise, shine, for the light is coming. Oh, rise, shine, for the light is coming. Oh, rise, shine, for the light is coming. Rise, shine, for the light is coming. my clean sheets, walking with my feet 10 feet off a beat, walking in Memphis. You are with me the way I feel. I put on my blue shoes and I boarded the plane. Touchdown in the land of the Delta Blues, in the middle of the pouring rain. Touchdown in the land of the Delta Blues, in the middle of the pouring rain. You're welcome. Hit the tip jar if you can. I think Raymond, pass it around. Thank you. I'll see you all tomorrow. Sleep.